equilibrium system of nitrite to nitrate is the second part of the nitrification process, being the conversion from ammonium to nitrite and then nitrite to nitrate. Our atmosphere, a closed system, is about 78% nitrogen, and through the different systems in the nitrogen cycle, nitrogen fixation, assimilation, ammonification, nitrification, denitrification, and anaerobic ammonia oxidation, causes a balance in the nitrogen levels in our atmosphere. Nitrification is essentially a two-step oxidation reaction in the nitrogen cycle, where bacteria such as Nitrosomonas do the first step of nitrification, ammonium to nitrite, while bacteria called Nitrobacter do the second step, nitrite to nitrate. This equilibrium reaction occurs since both the reverse and forward rate are occurring at the same rate, meaning that both the nitrite and nitrate is getting produced. This system is especially important since plants use nitrates to produce amino acids in order to sustain life. This reaction is an exothermic reaction, meaning that binding favors enthalpy due to bond energy. These bonds consist of random, non-covalent attractive forces such as London dispersion. Also, we can see that enthalpy change for this reaction is negative, showing that it is indeed an exothermic reaction. The reverse reaction favors entropy due to two molecules rather than one, causing more disorder. Also, we can see the entropy value is negative, meaning that as this reaction progresses, disorder decreases. This being said, since enthalpy is favored and entropy is not, the spontaneity of the reaction depends on the temperature, and we can see that this reaction is indeed spontaneous at SATP. Nitrate concentrations increase when plants cannot absorb the excess nitrate in the soil, and when the nitrate accumulates in the soil, according to Le Chatelier's principle, it causes a reverse shift, meaning oxygen levels and nitrite levels increase. When aeration in soil decreases because of other factors such as deforestation, burning of crops, and pesticides/fertilizers, it causes a decrease in oxygen levels in the soil. When oxygen decreases, this causes a reverse shift, where the reverse rate increases, therefore increasing levels of both oxygen and nitrite. When temperature decreases during the winter, this process slows down quite a bit, because of the first step of nitrification being the rate-determining step, and the first step being an endothermic reaction. Nitrification decreases quite a bit, causing the second reaction to occur less frequently, even though it is an exothermic reaction. pH levels in the soil for crops are generally favorable around 7.2 to 9.0. However, due to an decrease in the pH levels, generally because of nitrogen fertilizers, it causes the nitrification process to slow down quite a bit, meaning that less nitrite reacts with oxygen, since less nitrite is produced due to the pH levels in the soil. Human activity has been increasing nitrogen levels for hundreds of years through greenhouse gas emissions and deforestation. However, we can see the nitrogen fertilizers have the greatest impact on nitrogen levels. Humans have changed natural nitrate and nitrite proportions greatly, mainly due to the application of fertilizers such as nitrate-containing manures and other nitrogen pesticides. Nitrogen is also emitted frequently by industrial companies, increasing the nitrate and nitrate concentrations in soil and water due to nitrification. Nitrate concentrations in drinking water are greatly affected, as we can see the increase in nitrogen levels in groundwater. When nitrate enters our groundwater due to accumulation in the soil, it starts affecting not only our drinking water, but also thousands of wildlife, from plants to land creatures to ocean life. Nitrate alone is not toxic. However, because of the rapid reaction from nitrate to nitrite, our body turns them into nitrite, generally slowing and eventually stopping oxygen in our bloodstream. When nitrate is absorbed into our bloodstream, it converts hemoglobin into methemoglobin, which can cause brain damage or even death. Combustion processes also impact nitrate levels due to nitrogen emissions of nitrogen oxides, which are then converted into nitrate and nitrite. Nitrates/nitrites also form during the chemical production, since they are used as food preservatives, which essentially cause nitrogen levels in surface water to increase greatly. The Ontario Drinking Water Standards set as 10 milligrams per liter, 10 parts per million, nitrate as nitrogen, as the maximum level for drinking water in Ontario. Nitrate levels in drinking water should not exceed this value. However, every year we are getting closer and closer to that limit. The further this continues, the more harm it will cause to both us as a population as well as wildlife all around.